What's up, everybody? Doc 1985. There's levels to this. You have a bug in your game. You have a buggy game. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about bugs in video games. We all have bugs in video games. But before we get into it, let's identify what I consider a bug in a game, okay? A bug in a game to me, and obviously feel free to leave your opinion if you disagree with me. A bug in a game to me is anything that happens in the video game that was not intended by the developer for it to happen. For instance, a character going through a building, okay? A character falling through an object, floating things that aren't supposed to be floating, lip syncing, not matching the voice, a character not facing the right way when you're talking with them. It could be a sound being distorted when it's not supposed to sound like that. So different things, color schemes being off, anything again that the developer did not intend to happen in the video game. If it happens while you're playing it, is considered a bug to me. Now, we are in 2023 and these video games are getting more complicated and bigger and the storylines are a lot bigger. The graphical power is a lot better. Everything that they're doing, everything that they're trying to cram into these video games are more and more and more and more and more. So it's understandable, to me at least, that you might experience some bugs. A lot of things that deal with technology, we experience bugs every single day, and we don't complain about it. We don't harp about it. Like it is what it is. Your phone sometimes gets buggy. Sometimes you got to restart your phone. Have you ever had somebody tell you that they called you and you actually didn't receive the call log? Have you ever sent a text message and you thought that it sent just to later have a message showing that the text message didn't send? That stuff happens. You even bug out sometimes. Sometimes you stutter, right? Sometimes you say a word that you're not supposed to say. Sometimes my accent comes out without it even wanting to come out, right? So bugs are a normal part of human life, period. They're going to happen. Now, when it happens in a video game, there's two types of bugs. Two major types of bugs. A lot of different, but two major types of bugs. And these are the ones that we really got to care about, okay? The first one is the bug that breaks immersion, okay? And I want you to listen to this one, okay? The bug that breaks immersion. And the second one is a game-breaking bug, okay? The second one, the game-breaking bug, cannot be disputed. This is a bug that no matter what you do will not let you progress through the game. The game is done. You can't do anything until the developer comes out and patches it and literally fixes that problem. In reality, there aren't many video games that have came out with game-breaking bugs to that point. When you think about all the video games that come out, not many video games come out with game-breaking bugs. What we do get is a lot of video games with bugs that break the immersion. But here's the thing. This is what I want you to understand about this bug here. This bug is only breaks immersion depending on who the viewer is. See, for someone like me, and I know I haven't played video games for the same number of years as you have, okay? However, I've played a little. I've dabbled a little. I understand that I might have or see a bug from time to time. So that won't break my immersion. If I take somebody out in a video game and they drop to the ground and because of the ragdoll physics, they start having seizures, that doesn't break my immersion. I know that probably is not supposed to happen. That's not what the developer intended. However, that's just the way they fell and now they're just twitching on the floor. It is what it is. That to me doesn't break immersion. If I'm talking to a character and the character is not facing perfectly the way that they're supposed to be facing, that to me doesn't break immersion. To me, an immersion breaking bug is a bug where a character is walking through something that they're not supposed to walk through, or going through something or falling through something where the whole world is now distorted, right? That to me is a bug that breaks immersion. If I get to a bug where I have to preload a different save, that breaks immersion, okay? So those bugs depend on who you are. Some people are perfectly fine with those. Some people are perfectly fine if a character or NPC just walks through something else and it doesn't bother them. Some people are perfectly fine if they see something that's up in the air that's not supposed to be up in the air, but it's up there and it doesn't bother them. A big one for me is audio. Audio, oh my goodness. If I start hearing crackle and pops in the audio or whatever, I can't, because I play most of my video games with headphones on. That really bothers me. I know there's some people out there that play their video games while also listening to music and some other stuff, like even the story-driven games, they play like that. They got the subtitles on and they're reading, which is weird, but you do you. But again, right, two different types of bug. A bug that breaks the immersion, and then the bug that completely breaks the game, meaning you can't keep going forward. Now that we've established that, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. If you've ever critiqued a game based on a bug, or if you've ever dropped the review scores of a game yourself based on bugs, or you've ever used bugs as weaponized bugs, let's say that, then I want you to do that with every single game that you play. That's all I ask. Be a person with integrity and honesty. If you critique a bug on this game, critique a bug on this game. That's all I'm saying. Now, again, if you critique a bug on this game, critique a bug on this game. Because at the end of the day, a bug is a bug is a bug is a bug. Right? If you're not going to talk about bugs at all in one game, then don't talk about bugs in this game. That seems pretty fair, right? Seems pretty simple. The reason this is coming up is because the community is using bugs to weaponize these arguments now. And even though games, especially for the price that we're paying for them, should be, well, the price that you're paying for them. I subscribe to Game Pass, so I don't even support the developers when you subscribe to Game Pass. So there you go. But for the price that we're paying for these games, there should be minimal bugs. There should be. But if you're going to call it out on one side, call it out on the other side. That's all we're saying. Because it's kind of strange when you only call it out on one game versus another. The other thing I'm going to say is this. Bugs are random. So just because you've experienced bugs in your game doesn't mean that I'm going to experience the same bugs or the same number of bugs in my game. But I can't fully say that you're lying. The same way, when the shoe's reversed, when the shoe's on the other foot, you can't say that I'm lying when I'm telling you that I'm experiencing bugs. So if I'm telling you that this game is a buggy mess, probably one of the buggiest games I've played with breaking immersion left and right. I'm glad you're having a great time, but I don't know what copy I got. This game is bug-wise is horrible. I'm telling you the truth. But here's the thing. I'm not a hypocrite. I didn't call out bugs on one game. I'm not going to call out bugs on another game. Because bugs to me are just par for the course. Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. We out. Peace.